Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm mad early. See, sometimes you got to be early. Sometimes you got to be early. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. How y'all doing this morning? Thanks for hitting the like, whoever did that. What a morning. Very beautiful outside. Got clear skies. You know what I mean? 54 degrees. Spring is coming, y'all. Spring is coming. I think it's going to be an amazing spring. It's not going to be like the spring of last year. Anyway. So, listen. There has been quite the controversy in these YouTube streets. And anyway, quite a bit of controversy in the YouTube streets. Blessings to you, Sister Queen, Sister Cameron. Bottom line, knockoff Pity Pat went on to BFTB's channel the other day and challenged me to what he would like to call a debate, but what I know is an argument. And, you know, he said he's going to eat me alive and, you know, do all these things. I'm going to do you dirty and, you know, just, you know, like the slick talk he liked to do, the real slick shit he liked to say. And when he went up there, I wasn't, you know, I was asleep by then, but when I woke up, I thought it was funny, you know, that this is the second time he went on to BFTB's channel to announce that he'd like to challenge me to a debate. And this is the second time he hasn't followed through. Listen, for all intents and purposes, knockoff Pity Pat is the A-side, right? He's the much bigger channel. He is a known debater in the boxing space. And that's just the bottom line to it. He challenged me, though, right? He challenged me. And all I'm going to do is say, yeah, all right. He said I get to choose the topics, which I have done. I have the topics. You know what I'm saying? I went on my channel. I said I would do it. I also left a comment under the live stream in BFTB's comment section. It said, tell him Thursday night. I was in the chat Thursday night. I made sure that everybody knew that I was there. He didn't even show up at all in the comment section. He didn't, you know, I was off and on watching BFTB live stream, but at no point did I notice that he was in the chat or came up on the panel. And I thought he said Wednesday or Thursday. I said, well, let's do it Thursday. I don't understand why he did not come so that we can have our argument. I really don't. What I do know is I kind of expected that, but I was hoping he would show up so we can get this shit out the way. But he didn't. And I have a feeling, you know, I'm going to make a couple more videos, maybe, if he says some silly shit in his videos that I feel like needs to be addressed, then I will do so. I will continue if I feel the need. If the subject matter I feel is pertinent enough for me to cover to address, then I will continue to do that. And then I'll do that, and then he'll get mad again, and then he'll go on BFTB's channel and make the live about him. He'll make everything about him in the comment section and on BFTB's panel, and he'll challenge me again. And then clowns like translucent fallacies, you know, who likes to call himself Black Truth, that fucking douchebag, that dumb idiot, that clown shoe, will say that I won't respond, even though I responded the first time knockoff Pity Pat challenged me. So what are we talking about? Just because you go on to somebody's motherfucking live stream to make it about you so that you can get the attention and then challenge a motherfucker. Just because you go in there and challenge does not mean that you bout it. You understand what I'm talking about? Now, I have admitted that knockoff Pity Pat has more academic boxing knowledge than I do, right? Because he does a lot more research into certain things that I don't have time for. But that doesn't mean that he's right. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that he's always spitting the facts and the truth. Because he only does that when he's not talking about Devin Haney and Tonka Truck Davis. When it comes to Tonka Truck Davis and Devin Haney, the bias comes out. And that is where I have the issue. Now, just because I don't study, I know a lot about boxing. I know a lot about boxers. I can watch a fight and break it down real well and point out mistakes. And I can point out strengths that other people might not catch. Because that is my strength when it comes to boxing. I am also a practitioner of boxing. You know what I'm saying? But putting aside the fact that, knockoff might have more statistical and historical knowledge in the sport of boxing, that doesn't mean that he's just going to eat me alive in a so-called debate. No, that does not mean that. Because I was able to call out the bullshit multiple times that he spewed. And I will continue to do so. And with the topics I was going to choose, that I did choose, well, let's just say I got it on lock. That's the bottom line to it. You know why? Because all I have to do is address what actually happened. And when I address what actually happened and frame my argument around it, there is no getting around it. You understand what I'm talking about? But look, I was there. I was in BFTB's chat. I was there. He did not show up. Translucent, white, goddamn nonsense was not there either. He wasn't there, which I find very interesting. But it's okay. The facts are good enough, Sister Cameron. Bottom line to it. And I don't get up here and I don't try to twist and spin shit to make it look like I want it to look. Especially when it comes to the boxers that I am most proud of, the most, supportive of. They just do their thing and I ain't got to worry about it. I don't have to worry about twisting shit around. I don't have to worry about trying to mislead. I don't have to try to create narratives out of nowhere. I don't have to do that. I know that the boxers I support and the way I support boxers is totally different than the way somebody like a knockoff Pity Pat or a boxing no-go or Punch Dumb, South Sucker, Fannin, all these individuals. I don't have to go out my way to make the boxer I support look good or to try to cover up or try to play damage control, because that's what they're doing. All this is about damage control. It's about damage control and hatred for a particular boxer. That's what stands out to me, right? That's what stands out to me. What stands out to me is the fact that these guys do damage control and they don't do it very well, right? You have PR people that are very good at damage control. That's who you should leave it up to, right? Because boxing analyst, right, which KO is, he's a great boxing analyst, by the way. Knockoff is a great boxing analyst, and that's all he should be worried about. But he's a grown-ass man. He has free speech and can do what he wants. Mind the Mansa Musa was good. If you're such a great boxing analyst, then you don't need to play logical Jenga for Tonka Truck Davis. But that's what you do. And it's clear and obvious to people like me. But it's okay. He can continue to do so. If y'all notice, I don't do that when it comes to Devin Haney. When it comes to Devin, I don't have to do that. I don't play logical Jenga. Right? I don't have to do that. Because Devin's going to do what he do the way he does it because he's a warrior. He is a great. Devin Haney is a great at age 26 already. He stepped into greatness at 135 2 years ago. And so I know that every move he makes is to further his greatness. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to do anything beyond that. I don't have to do anything beyond that but state those things. And everyone knows why Devin Haney is great. But because they hate him so much, they want to disregard and downplay it, right? They want to act like Devin, you know, oh, well, he didn't do nothing to get the undisputed. He just fought one person. Well, is that what really happened? Is that what really happened? Y'all acting like Devin Haney was 1-0 when he fought George Kambosos. No, Devin was not 1-0. You know what I mean? He spent his entire career in 135 up until that point. Anarchy was good. Brother, I ain't seen you in a minute. I never had to do that with Devin. Yeah, Spencer or Wilder. Exactly. Spencer's one of my favorites. Wilder. Andre Ward was one of my favorites until he cooned out. Until he, defended Ryan Garcia for being a drug cheat. David Benavidez. He's one of my favorites. Who else is out there? There are very few that have that warrior spirit. That's willing to take an O to fight the best. They're willing to challenge themselves. It's not hard, right? If you are talented, skilled, have discipline, and are willing to challenge yourself, it's not very difficult to be a great if you have the skills and the talent to back you up. If you have the skills and the talent and the desire, you are going to be great. You have no choice. You have no choice but to be great. And that's what it is. But see, Tonka Truck Davis does not have that. Tonka Truck does not have that warrior spirit. He told you himself. He has no desire to be great. He has no desire to be a legend. He has no desire to do any of that. But because these Tonka Truck Davis YouTubers, right? They call themselves boxing YouTubers, but they're Tonka Truck Davis YouTubers. They have a very difficult time reconciling with that. They have a very difficult time. Oh, Anarchy, man, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you for dropping that, man. He says, oh shit. Yeah, I got the super chats now, man. I actually, Anarchy, the first time I tried to monetize just to see what would happen, they shot that down with the quickness because of I was too controversial. And they told me, yeah, you got to go back through all your videos and your live streams and edit and do this and do that and remove shit and do. I wasn't doing all that. And I was like, let me try that shit again. And damn it, they did it. I was very surprised. I was expecting to get another rejection. But I appreciate that, Anarchy. You've been riding with your boy for a minute. Why you mad at my guy? I'm not mad at him. Listen, what is it? Hold on. I'm about to pull over, right? I'm about to stop right now in the parking lot. Why you mad at my guy KO? Judah Vision. I'm not mad at KO at all. Listen, the bottom line is KO said, I'm not mad. Sister Cameron, you're a mental health specialist. Am I angry at KO? I just want your opinion. You don't have to go with what I said. Is it your opinion, Minor Man Samusa? Is it your opinion that I am angry at KO? Pride Fighter TV, what's good, brother? Let me drop you give you a wrench, man. You been up in here support. Is it your opinion that I'm angry? I'm not angry. Let me upgrade. Damn. Hold on. I'm gonna since the camera, I'm gonna remove you as a standard moderator and then upgrade you to a manager. There you go. There you go. Listen, and Anarchy as well, because you've been rocking with your boy for years. Anarchy, I'm gonna remove your standard wrench and give you a super wrench. You know what I mean? And Mind the Mansa Moose as well. Hold on. Y'all been rocking. There you go. All right. So listen, the bottom line is, K-Ho, I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis of what happened. K-Ho pretended to be upset with Ryan Garcia for being a drug cheat when he fought Devin Haney. Pretended. And I'm gonna tell you why he pretended. Why I think it was bullshit. He went in on Ryan Garcia about drug cheating. And I was like, cool, man. That's what's up. And I knew that he did not like Devin Haney. And I knew for sure that he was a Devin Haney, a Bill Haney hater. But now I know he's a Devin Haney hater as well. I knew he had a problem with Bill Haney. I don't know why these people had a problem with Bill Haney. But anyway, he pretended to be upset and outraged by Ryan Garcia being a drug cheat. And in reality, he was not. And when I discovered this, I decided to stop supporting him. I was a moderator. I used to give him super chats every time I was in a live stream. When I rock with you on this here platform, I rock with you 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because you have demonstrated that you are about something, that you have integrity, that you, even though we don't agree on everything, you still have integrity. But he then went on to call Devin Haney an email no contest in a derogatory way. And I said, what? Now, you do know that Devin Haney got a no contest because he was cheated by Ryan Garcia. So all that outrage you had for Ryan Garcia, all the shit you said about Ryan Garcia, well, you just canceled all that in my mind, in my opinion. And that's my stance, right? That's my stance, because that's cognitive dissonance. It's cognitive dissonance to believe that someone was wrong for drug cheating, but then you have a problem with the victim of that drug cheating being recompensed. You know what I'm saying? Being compensated. You have a problem with the consequences behind a motherfucker being a drug cheat. That's cognitive dissonance, right? And cognitive dissonance is the fact of having two opposing beliefs at the same time. Believing that someone is a drug cheat and that they ain't shit, but then also believing that the person that got drug cheated should not have that person that got drug cheated, believing there's something wrong with them benefiting from the consequences of the person that it just doesn't, see how this doesn't make sense. So I was like, all right, man. I was like, cause see, I like to look at red flags and go ahead and just kill the shit right then and there. Like, why? Like, cause I've seen it too much in this space and throughout my life. I'm 45 years old. I ain't got time to be looking at all these red flags and just being like, oh, ignoring the motherfuckers. No. Because see, if I had a relationship with K-Ho outside of YouTube, if we had conversations outside of boxing and all that other shit, that would be a different story. Because then I could just be like, nigga, what's your problem? You have a problem with Devin getting a no contest, even though you also have a problem with Ryan Garcia being a drug cheat? Make it make sense. But I don't have that relationship with KO. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So what I did was I did a live stream addressing that. Addressing that in particular. It was not a personal attack against Knockoff Pity Pat. It was not. What happened was I was just addressing what he said, and I was giving my stance on that in particular and challenging his integrity. But it wasn't his integrity in regards to that type of shit. But it wasn't a personal attack. But he got upset and decided to come in my comment section and call me a hoe and all this other shit. Start talking shit, didn't address what I was saying, but called me a hoe and all that and challenged me to a debate. And from that point, I was like, all right. So, since you called me out my name, I'm going to now do the same. That's all it is. There is no, I'm not angry at all. Oh, Pride Fighter TV, he's clearly a troll. Black Adamanti, of course, Dimitri Bivol. What? Dimitri Bivol. Canelo does not have an answer for Dimitri Bivol. He can never, Canelo will never be able to beat Dimitri Bivol. So it's not anger at Knockoff. He's angry. You understand what I'm talking about? He's angry. I'm just being petty. I'm being petty, yeah. Because my philosophy is the opposite of Michelle Obama's. If you go low, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go lower until it's resolved, or I'm going to go lower until the end of time. No, not you, Judah Vision. No, this Black Adamanti guy. He said, hail Satan. And so that's not, there's no anger at all. But, K-Ho is very sensitive. You understand? It's what Drew Titan says, when he says, stop acting light-skinned, that's what he's talking about. He's saying that, because he said K-Ho was being light-skinned, and K-Ho got very upset because he was being light-skinned. And so, I then stole that from, from Drew Titan and decided to create an entire group of people from it called the Lightskins. Light-skinned behavior. So he's very sensitive. If you say anything about K-Ho that is not flattering, all right, if you don't say something flattering about K-Ho when you address him, he gets very upset. He gets very upset, jumps out of his body and starts personally attacking people. He's done that to Blue Blood. He's done that to BFTB. He's done that to Drew Titan. You know what I'm saying? He's very sensitive. And so he needs and craves validation from people, right? That's what it is. He needs and craves validation. He wants to be validated. He wants to be looked at it as this. He wants to be exalted by people. Some people have those type of hangups. But I don't have time for that shit, right? I don't have the patience for that type of motherfucker. I just really don't. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that. So when I decided to stop fucking with him, that was it. Yo, Free. What do you mean he don't do that? He has done that. You weren't there, though. You weren't there. You didn't. Oh, so you telling me you didn't see? You weren't aware of when Drew Titan was getting on somebody in his chat that was deriding on Tonka Truck Davis and was getting upset with Drew Titan for criticizing Tonka. And he said, man, you know what? If you want that type of energy, go over to KO's page. Drew Titan sent somebody to KO's page. KO got upset. Came into Drew Titan's chat while Drew Titan was going live and started to try to go in on Drew Titan, disrespecting him, so in challenging him to a debate. Yeah, disrespectful. And so Drew Titan wasn't having that. He said, he just basically, Drew Titan wasn't having that, right? He basically told KO to fuck off. So then KO did something and did a live stream or a chat or a goddamn video. Drew Titan went in there. I don't know. But KO decided to share a bunch of comments that they were going back and forth. They were going back and forth at each other in the comment section, right? And KO shared it. He posted it on his community tab, basically trying to make Drew Titan look bad, shitting on him about his job, shitting on all kind of shit. And I shared it on my community tab and said, look at what this motherfucker doing. Yeah. But you wasn't aware of that, was you? You know what I'm saying? Now, BFTB and KO are still cool, which I ain't got no problem with that. That's what's up. I mean, they have a relationship outside of YouTube. I don't have to rock with who BFTB rock with. I don't have to rock with who, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But that's basically how, yeah. So he did that to Drew Titan. And then with Blue Blood, when the venue, there was a venue issue for that Tonka Truck Davis versus Lamont Roach fight that was supposed to happen back in November. Blue Blood addressed that, you know what I'm saying? And basically, KO, in defense of Tonka Truck Davis, basically questioned Blue Blood's credibility as a boxing journalist and as a boxing insider. Just questioning, like acting like he wasn't credible, right? Acting like, you know what I'm saying? And so they had a little debate. And, you know, Blue Blood is so cool. And so, like, he ain't on that silly shit. You know, he's not petty like me. So, of course, Blue Blood is not going to address KO as he should be addressed, in my opinion. KO is going to be very graceful and humble about it. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's still cool with KO, you know, and that's fine. But, I mean, those are not my issues, right? I mean, but I know for a fact he's very disrespectful. He'll go into other people's comments and chats and challenge them and come at them as if he's King motherfucking Tut. And so just to try to entice and to antagonize someone into having a debate with him, you know, but you're too sensitive for that. You're too sensitive to be disrespectful. And like you said, I always wanted M93R pistol, but that gun is so damn expensive, insane. Word. What is it? Who's the maker? So since they allowed you to have a super chest now, I don't know, man. You know, Anarchy, they can monetize you and still throttle your channel. You know what I'm saying? They can still monetize you and throttle your channel. They can shadow ban you. I have no idea. Minor Man Smooth says KO ho. He a sneaky dip mouth mustard Arab acting like he black. And he loved to say, oh, I know. Yeah. Cause see, the reason I haven't challenged him, because I don't know if he has any black in him. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's part black, part Arab. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? But there are some Arabs that can look like they're black, but that's because of the region. Because at the end of the day, everybody comes from Africa. But, you know, it's time and distance and time changes shit. So I don't know if he's part black. But if he is not black at all, if he's full Arab, then he shouldn't be. I mean, you can say what you want. Yeah, free speech is free speech. But, you know, y'all know what it is when a motherfucker ain't black run around talking about the N-word, you know. calling people niggas and shit. Like he say nigga every other goddamn word is nigga. You know what I mean? So I would be interested in knowing if he is black or not. But he's just very disrespectful. You know, this is what it is. But he's too goddamn sensitive to be so goddamn disrespectful. I'm not angry at K-Ho, but I am petty. And I am, you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing to be angry about, right? Nothing to be angry about, you know? But I am going to, listen, the way I operate, if you act like somebody's supposed to deal with you a certain way that if you got shit fucked up when it comes to me, then I'm going to address you as such. I'm going to address you like you lost your motherfucking mind. So that's how I'm handling K-Ho right now. Because when you go up on BFTB's channel and tell me, oh, if you don't come do this debate, then you need to stop doing this and stop. Motherfucker, please. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue whether I don't do debate, whether I argue with you or not. I'm a grown-ass man. There's nothing that you can do to stop me. That's the bottom line to it. So that's the type of shit, like, motherfuckers act like you supposed to do what the fuck they want you to do. No, I don't work like that. Oh, it's a burst fire pistol made by Brett. I don't like burst fire. I think it's a waste of ammo. You know what I mean? I'd rather just, you know, double, triple tap, you know what I mean? With a lot more control. I remember white kids would call each other nigga in my school. They would act like they're, I mean, it is what it is. Like, but I tell you what, you get around certain individuals that don't know you, that hasn't grown up with you, and you do that, you might get popped in the mouth. I remember one time, and I'm gonna tell this a little story before I go into my appointment. One time, when I was in basic training in the military, when I in the Army at Fort Benning, I was going through infantry training. There was this white guy, this goofy looking white guy, looked like Ed, and Eddie, one of the lanky, hunched over Eddie, whatever the fuck. And he grew up around a bunch of black people, I guess. And so we chopping it up, we talking. And, you know, he said something, or I said something, he was like, yeah, we dapped it up, right? He said, yeah, nigga. And I was like, I grabbed his hand and I twisted it, right? I grabbed his hand and I twisted his hand and I kind of like grinded his knuckles, right? Because there's a certain way you can do it. You don't have to squeeze the hand so hard to where, oh, you trying to display your strength. No. There's a way to manipulate and move the knuckles and move the joints to make it very painful. I did that. I said, what you say, motherfucker? Oh, my bad. I was like, yeah, I don't know you like that, homie. Oh, assalamu alaikum, Stephen X. Peace be unto you. Peace be upon you as well. Thank you for coming through, Stephen X. Just FYI, y'all, I said the Shahada when I was 13 years old. So technically, I am a Muslim, you know, by the Islamic rules, I am a Muslim. You know, I haven't practiced in a long time, but yeah. I said I was a Muslim for quite a while. Diana says, love your spirit, freedom. Blessing to you in the chat. And agree, there's time to turn up. It may not be all the time, but there's a time for sure. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you, Stephen X. Yeah, I mean, there is a time to turn up. I mean, and like I said, you know, he won't be the first and he won't be the last, you know, and he's not the only. It just so happens he's sensitive. You know, Brandon Tatum, you know, he blocked me. Brandon Tatum blocked me. A lot of people ninja watch my channel, right? And when I was going in on Brandon Tatum, because, you know, he a coon. He a super coon. Super Saiyan coon. You know, he blocked me, but he wasn't sensitive about it. He's like, let me just block this motherfucker. You talking shit about me on your channel, I ain't gonna let you come and comment on my channel. That's fine, right? That's all he had to do, right? You know, he ain't worried about me. And Brandon Tatum is not sensitive. You know, ABL, you know, he know I went in on him and he still, you know, he didn't block me or nothing like that. He just, whatever. But certain motherfuckers are sensitive And if you're going to be sensitive, you should not be disrespectful. You should not initiate disrespect if you are going to be so goddamn sensitive. He went into 78 Sports TV live chat and got on him about him taking his wrench. So I guess 78 took his wrench at some point when he was beefing with BFTB. And he went in. Now, mind you, I'm in 78's, I watch 78's videos every day. Every day. He had not been in 78's chat at all for weeks and weeks and weeks. Apparently since before BFTB and him got cool again, because he just now yesterday or the day before realized that he no longer had a wrench in 78's chat. But you haven't been in 78's chat in so long that when you were finally in there, you didn't have a wrench and you just realized you didn't have a wrench. But anyway, think about that, y'all. Think about how you ain't been in 70. Listen, that's another story. But he got sensitive about not having a wrench no more in 78's chat. Well, you clearly don't come in. You don't come and comment. You don't come and leave a suit. You're not in there engaging. You haven't engaged in there so long. What do you expect? But when you come back, you expect, you feel entitled to be wrenched up. All right, that's what's up, Anarchy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming through, and thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. That's what's up, man. But I mean, you come back. Listen, it's the entitlement for me. You had to go in 78's chat and make the live stream about you once again. That's what he does. He goes in there and tries to make people's live streams about him and his feelings and what you should be doing for him. And like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, and then somebody said something to him in there and he's like, I don't like you. Like, dude, calm your ass down, bruh. Don't nobody give a fuck if you like him or not. Like, damn, this is that silly shit. J-Man, what's good? Top of the morning. Stephen X, he does take everything personally. Like, dude, like, get over yourself, man. Like, no, 78 ain't thinking about you. And when he did think about, the last time he thought about you, he took your goddamn wrench. Because you was beefing with his homie. So, and now you're not. And, whatever. He gave you your wrench back and all that other shit. And you sit up here and tell him to come to your channel so you can block him. Like, what are we talking about? Like, right? And he tried to make it seem like it was a joke. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Motherfucker. Like, come on. Like, you too goddamn sensitive, bro. You much too sensitive. You're too sensitive, bro. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. Listen, Ralph Tresvant made it cool in the 90s to be sensitive. But if you're going to be sensitive, then have some humility about you. If you're going to be sensitive, then stop being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple as that. If I were sensitive, I would leave motherfuckers alone because I'd be like, if I'm going to take everything personally and be so goddamn butthurt every time somebody say something about me, why would I want to invite that type of shit to me? It is what it is, y'all. Like, but anyway, like I said, I was waiting in there. I was up in there in that chat all night. Off and on, in and out, and I was doing some work. I was working. Never showed up. But anyway, I mean, it's still on, man. If he wants to get up in there and challenge me again, I mean, I'm there until he's there. Exactly, Jay, man. I can't deal with no man that's like to argue. That's what I said. That's what I said. I said, it's not going to be a debate. It's going to be an argument. Because debates have certain structures and it's very specific. You're trying to change something with a debate. When you're debating, you're trying to Get somebody on your side of a thing, right? On your side of an idea, of your side of an argument, of your side of, you're trying to change minds and change hearts through whatever avenue. You can use logos, pathos, ethos, or you can use all three. You can use a combination of two to try to sway people. I would not be doing that against K-Ho, because, again, like I said, the shit that I disagree with him on, there's no debating about. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind on anything, because these are my stances. These are things that I stand on. I don't need nobody else to stand on them. I don't care if you stand on them. I don't care if the chat agrees with me. I don't care if BFTB agrees with me. I don't care if K-Ho agrees with me at the end of it. Because I'm not trying to change nobody's mind on shit. This is my position, and I'm going to tell you why. Outside of that, it's like, there will be no point of any rebuttals, because nothing you say, I'm not going to try to rebut what you say, because you can't. You can't rebut. Because the reasons I am standing on these things are principles, are based on principles that I have. And there's nothing you can say, because you have already demonstrated. You have already demonstrated that you have a certain stance. And I don't care to change your stance, right? I don't care to change your stance, because you clearly have this stance and you clearly are not going to move from it. So there is no point in me. The debates have a certain purpose. Debates have a certain, you have a certain goal in mind with a debate. I don't have any goal going back and forth with K-Ho about the shit that I have an issue with. I don't give a fuck with nobody. I don't care what nobody thinks about what I say or how I feel. I don't. I don't know, Stephen X. You got to ask him. He's the A side. He's the A side because he has a bigger channel. He is known in the boxing YouTube space as a so-called good debater. No one knows me. It's on him. But like I said, he said Wednesday or Thursday. I made it clear in my live stream and in BFTB's chat Thursday night. It's on him. But he didn't show up last night. He didn't show up last night. It is what it is. But I'm not running around chasing the motherfucker trying to get, no. But it is what it is, y'all. I mean, I like I said, I don't care. Because he's going to try to appeal to the majority. He's going to try to do all these things. He's trying to convince people to be on his side. I'm not trying to do that. I don't give a fuck if you're on my side of it. I don't care. I don't conform to the, I don't see, I'm anti-democracy. I'm anti-authority. I'm anti all that shit. I'm a man apart. I do whatever the fuck I want to do within the confines of the way I want to do it. J-Man said to make it all funnier, he ain't on Tank payroll, can't even call them in. Like, exactly. And I was going to address that. Like, there are certain things, because like I said, I mean, listen, I don't care about none of what he got going on. It is what it is, right? My position is my position. And he can't change it. So I really don't understand why he wants to do it, other than he wants to try to go in on me so he can get some validation. Oh, I destroyed Freedom's March in a debate. That's his goal. He wants to come off as though he destroyed me. That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. He wants to be validated in the way of, listen, he went up against Freedom March and he destroyed me. That's his goal. He wants to, in the minds of the masses that would be witnessing this debate, or an audience to this debate or this argument, he wants to be able to say that he destroyed me, and he wants to have everybody say it, and that's his goal in that. Stephen A said, I didn't know he was an Arab and using the N-word. Yeah, he said he was an Arab. And listen, this is my thing. I don't know if he has any black in him at all. I don't know. But he did say, I am Arab or some shit. Usually, if people think they're black, they're going to say, I'm black, right? Like, usually. I'm not going to speak for him, but what I'm going to say is, my grandmother is German, right? My grandmother's white. Not German. She has German ancestry. My grandmother is white. But everybody else is black. I don't say I'm German. I don't say that in any context, right? Like if I were to defend a Nazi. Oh, well, I don't hate the Germans. I don't hate Nazis. I'm German. I wouldn't say that. I'm going to say I'm black. I'm black, period. I'm black. Anyone in the United States that is black, that has multiple generations going all the way back to the slave trade in this country, is going to have some mixture of some European in them. But my grandmother's German. My grandmother's white. But I'm not going around telling people I'm German. You understand what I'm saying? I'm black. And I might say, well, my grandmother's German. My grandmother's white. I'm not going to say I'm white. I'm not going to say I'm German. So maybe he is just Arab. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're black, you're going to say you're black. But I do have some Arab ancestry. Or I have some Arab in my family. I'm not going to say I'm Arab if I'm black. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense? So if he is Arab, and he's running around saying nigga, I mean, hey. That shit, hey. It is what it is. But J-Man says, that's like you walking in the ring with a German flag. Exactly. Yeah. I would not do that. Because I don't consider myself to be German or white. Queen Mother Shaquila, how you doing? Good morning. I don't consider myself German or white. I just happen to have a white grandmother. That's how I feel. I happen to have a white grandmother. Period. I'm not going to call myself German, though. That's wild. But hey, man, to each his own. To each his own. Facts. I'm not... to each his own. I'm not running around saying, man, I'm German. I'm not... When I fill out the goddamn form, I'm wondering if he fills out those forms, if he's putting Arab on there. I don't know. I'm putting black. There was a guy, he was a clown in the military when I was in the Army. He was white and black. His mother was white. So he was more white than I was. And he would put mulatto. He would put other and write mulatto. This shit's hilarious. Yeah, I said, you a damn clown, man. I said, you know you goddamn black. Anyway. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I don't know, maybe one day we will have an argument on BFTB's channel. Maybe one day. I'll be ready no matter what. I'm interested to see how he's going to utterly destroy me and utterly do me dirty. That's what I'm waiting on. Diana says, blessings to all in the chat. Everybody have a great, blessed day, and no one take your autonomy. Exactly. And let no one take your autonomy. Period. Period. I like that, Diana. Maintain your autonomy. Maintain your autonomy and know that freedom ain't free, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Much love, like, share, subscribe, or whatever you want to do. And we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom.